The Lake of Death is a Norwegian story. Once upon a time, among the deep mountains of Norway, there was a lake that no one approached. The lake was called the Lake of Death, and the surrounding villagers were so afraid that they did not even set foot near it. The water in the lake was black and muddy, and even during the day it seemed as dark as night. There was a terrible legend about the lake. Legend has it that in the depths of the lake once lived an immortal demon that would draw in anyone who approached the lake and take their souls forever. Therefore, the villagers continued to avoid this lake for generations, but only the young brave man, Eric, did not believe in the legend. Eric remembered a story he had heard from his father. He says that when his father was working near the Lake of Death, the water in the lake was strangely clear. So Eric made up his mind to go to the Lake of Death, unravel its terrifying legend, and try to solve the mystery of the lake. One morning, Eric said goodbye to his family and headed towards the lake. Along the way, he almost lost many times, but he continued to move forward with a strong determination in his heart. And at last they reached the shore of the Lake of Death. When he stood in front of the lake, Eric had a mixture of anxiety and excitement. The water in the lake was black everywhere, as if something was staring at him from the bottom. However, Eric never retreated, and approached the shore of the lake step by step. And then the surface of the lake shook, and a huge shadow rose from the water. It was a terrifying monster, its eyes were fiery red. Eric stood still, but felt strongly in his heart. "I'm not afraid, I'm going to unlock the secrets of this lake." Suddenly, the monster spoke to me in a low voice. "What have you come to do?" "Whoever sets foot in my lake is destined to lose his life." Eric replied fearlessly. "I have come to unravel the secrets of this lake, and if you are truly a terrifying being, I will stand up to its power." The monster's eyes widened in surprise. "You are brave, but to test your strength is to risk your life, but if you want to go to the depths of the lake, you must go through only one test." Without any hesitation, Eric decided to take the test. Then, the monster snapped its fingers, and the water in the lake began to move suddenly. Countless shadows appeared from the water and attacked Eric. However, Eric stood calm and repeated in his heart, "I am not afraid, I will keep going." Perhaps that strong will worked. The monster suddenly burst into laughter. "Well done, you are really brave. In fact, I was just putting myself to the test. My power was to test your ability to overcome your fears." Then, the surface of the water slowly calmed down, and the monster's appearance disappeared. The water in the lake was clear, and Eric understood the truth of the lake. In fact, this lake used to be powered by monsters from people's fears. However, when someone appears with courage to confront it, that power can disappear. Eric left the lake and returned to the village. The villagers, who were waiting for his return, listened to his story and learned that the horrors of the Lake of Death had been lifted. From then on, the villagers were free to walk around the lake and enjoy the beautiful scenery of the lake. Eric taught me that if you have the courage, you can overcome any horror. That's it.